What's up, everybody, my raw food friends? I just want to give you a little update. People always ask me about what I eat. And, I have what I eat when I'm home on a regular basis on my raw vegan diet, but today is a little different because I'm out and about. But what I did today, some days I don't like to eat anything till like noontime. It's like a mini fast, I guess. I don't like to eat anything till noon. But there are days like today, I knew I was going to be out for a while. I went to the gym this morning early, and I got home from the gym and I had a nice juice with star fruit from my tree, beets, celery, and star fruit and ginger. Now, I normally don't like to have straight up fruit juice. I think the sugar gets in my system too quickly, and I'm at the park and they're all screaming over there. But I think the juice gets in my body too quickly, the sugar. So I don't necessarily recommend fruit juice, but I found the star fruit juice, which is very sweet, but mixed with the celery. If you're going to do fruit juice, mix it with celery, dilute it with celery. And that celery dilutes the sugar really well. I don't get a sugar rush or anything when I have celery in it, so I do a star fruit, celery, beets, give it a nice red flavor. They're very healthy, but it also gives it a red flavor. It literally tastes like fruit punch. And then I have ginger, fruit punch with a little ginger. It's delicious. So anyway, today I went to the gym. I did a lot of yard work this morning at home when I got back from the gym. And then after that, I had a juice. I had one of these juices. My wife made me a juice. I had a good amount. I had maybe, I don't know. It was a 32-ounce glass. I didn't finish the glass. So I had less than that, maybe 22 ounces, I guess, of juice. I usually don't look at how many ounces they are, but I didn't finish it. That's an important thing. I was full, but I didn't finish it. I put it back in the fridge because I'm not going to overfull myself or eat. Same thing when I eat. If I'm full, I'm done. I'm not going to overstuff myself. That's a big problem a lot of people get themselves in trouble with. I hate to leave food left over. I hate to throw away food. I'll eat my leftovers, but I don't mind. I don't hate leaving food over, but I hate throwing away food. So normally I make enough that I know I'm going to eat. But anyway, in this case, I ate more than I needed. Anyway, so I just came here on this little party at the park for my daughter's homeschool group. So I'm here. They had all their junk foods and everything else. I wasn't even planning on eating, and I'm not even in the mood for food. But they had these little oranges. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to be here. But I just had a few little oranges, 2 or 3 little oranges, the little ones. And that's it. And I'll go home later. I'll probably have another green juice. And tonight is going to be a special thing because tonight, and I'll do a video of this maybe for next time, I'm going to Hippocrates Health Institute, which is a world-class raw food health spa right near my house here in South Florida. And it's where I learned about the raw vegan diet many, many years ago. A lot of people go there that have cancer and other issues, and they get better. But they have a cafe there and open every day for lunch and dinner, except Wednesday. Wednesday is their fasting day. So I used to go there quite often, but I haven't been there since COVID because they had closed and then reopened. But they have an amazing salad bar. I spoke about this. They have sprouts. They have greens. They have an amazing salad bar. But each night they have a different recipe that they make. And I got the best raw vegan chef in the world, and my wife. I don't need to go to restaurants or any place like that. But they are having tonight pizza, a raw pizza that they make in a dehydrator. It's delicious. So I'm going to go there this evening, and I'm going to have the greens, the sprouts. They have some really cool dressings as well to put on the salad. And then I'll have the pizza, which is basically a nut-based crust and with toppings. They have olives and tomato sauce. It's just but it's all raw vegan. I really trust the food there. I don't eat out a lot. I don't trust the food in many places. But considering this is a world-class health spa, I used to work there. I know the chef. I trust this place. So I don't go out often, but we're going to go there and check that out. It's going to be really nice. And that's probably it. What I have learned is people are asking me if I eat nuts and seeds often. What I've learned is, and I do eat them too often in this way. If I eat just fruit or juice throughout the day, and when I come down to eat my dinner, I don't try to eat my dinner late. I don't like to eat my dinner late. But if I eat my dinner If I only had fruit or juice during the day, I eat my dinner. Everything's great. Everything's fine. However, if I eat nuts or seeds in the daytime, for any reason, when dinner time comes, I'm just too full to eat. And maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not, I don't know. But I just can't eat. A couple of nights ago, I had some pumpkin seeds, some sprouted pumpkin seeds, and it was the afternoon, and I bought a pack, and I just started eating them in the daytime. And I ate a good amount, and I was full, and it was fine. But then dinner came, and I was too full to eat. I couldn't even eat dinner, and I didn't. I skipped dinner. That's what you do if you're full. You skip a meal. So I skipped dinner. I was totally fine. And so that's pretty cool. So sometimes if I've eaten my dinner and I'm still hungry after my dinner, I might have some Brazil nuts or some pumpkin seeds. That's my favorite time to eat nuts, is if I've eaten dinner, there's nothing more left and I've eaten it and I'm still a little hungry, I might have just some nuts, a little snack. So that's the way I do my best to not mix sugar and fruit. So I try to keep my fats, like my avocados, nuts, and things like that, with my salad at dinner time. And it's in the daytime I try to do my sugars and my easily digestible foods. I do try to food combined, and I do like mono meals a lot. So I have trees in my house. If I see something on a tree, if it's more than just something, I might make a meal out of it. But if it's just one little fruit, I might just take it off and taste it or munch on it. But I definitely don't like to mix my fats and sugars. That's one thing I've learned over the years, that's for me, that doesn't work well at all. It doesn't digest well at all. And other people are asking me, do I eat a lot of fruit? No, I don't eat a lot of fruit, but I do eat more than the average person. And I have no issue with eating a good amount of fruit. My issue with fruit is if you have to buy it from the store, now you're not eating the ideal food, because it's usually picked unripe. It's not organic. It's acidic because of being picked unripe. It's shipped all over the country. So my issue is eating too much store-bought fruit. If you have your own fruit tree in your yard and you know when you're picking it, I think it's okay to eat a good amount. So I do eat more. You know, the question of a lot is all relative or suggestive in terms of, well, what does that mean, a lot? Compared to who or compared to what? For my lifestyle, I'm very active and I know the amount that I could eat. That's really how we figure this out. Is are we eating enough or not? Well, how do we know? Well, are we meeting our caloric needs? Do we have energy or not? These are ways to tell. So just reading the body and learn how it works. But, you know, I hear some people say, oh, you eat too much of this or too much of that. Well, compared to what? Who are you comparing it to? Some people say, well, I don't eat any fruit, but they eat all these sugar drinks and everything else. So in the summertime, I definitely eat more fruit because my trees have tons of fruit in the summertime. Right now, it's actually avocado season, and I'd have more avocados than normally I would in the summer now because I have avocados. I'm trying to grow where I can get avocados all the time. And I'll leave you with this tip, and I heard something excellent recently. Somebody said on a recent podcast, the greatest thing we could do is eat in season. You know, people don't understand that there's a season for foods. For example, a mango is in season in the summertime. But because of the world we live in today, we can get mangoes in the wintertime. But there's a season for pineapple. There's a season for mangoes. There's a season for just about everything, even bananas. But we often eat all these things out of season. And that's, you know, we think that's good, that we can get things that we normally can't grow. But, you know, December, in the middle of the winter, is not the ideal time to be eating a watermelon if you live in a cold climate. So the whole idea of eating in season, you can only do if you're eating locally. Locally is the best way to eat if you can, or at least understand the local food that's available. So when you do eat a food, say, like, so for example, apples don't grow here all the time. So, or they don't grow here at all. They grow in a colder environment. But when do they grow? They grow in the winter time. Sometimes when it's cooler outside. I mean, there's many different varieties. Apple might not be a great example. Bananas might not be a great example because bananas can fruit all the time. But there are some things that only fruit at a certain time. So I don't like buying food from other countries if I don't have to. And I like to eat in season and locally if I can. I think these little things in the long run make a difference when you're on a raw vegan diet and you're trying to do it. And these are some of the things that make people successful versus things that people fail. They're not following good food combining. They're eating too much. They're eating when they're full, and they're not eating enough when they're hungry, and they're eating the wrong foods, and just there's no structure to their life and what they're doing with their diet, and that creates a problem. But I think once we start to learn these little things that I'm suggesting and things I'll tell you about, it's going to help us be more successful at eating a raw vegan diet long term if that's your goal. All right, everybody, put your comments and questions below. I'll show you in the next video or another video soon the pizza that we're going to have at Hippocrates. Until then, everybody, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.